few weeks ago, I uploaded a video as part of my social media module at Dominos University Leicester about the Harlem Shake, where we discuss what it is in brief detail and where it came from. The aim of that video originally was to give some sort of academic thought to the Harlem Shake dance craze on YouTube, which, according to socialbakers.com, reached 1 billion views in total altogether this week. So why has the Harlem Shake become so popular? It was originally just a couple of guys from Australia uploading their shake to Bauer's song. But since then, tens of thousands, or maybe even more, have been uploaded in all matter of different styles. But has it gone too far? The impact of social media is becoming ever larger, and we have seen it escalate things before. It not only helped the progress of the Arab Spring, which is still ongoing, assisted in the coordination of the UK riots last year, and now has been doing something a little bit on the light side, like we saw from Psy's Gangnam Style, the most watched video on YouTube of all time. Social networking allows people to share content to the web, and that is exactly what the Harlem Shake did. It was viewed by a handful of people, they shared it with their circles, they shared it with their circles, and it goes on and on and on until a very large population, or the vast majority of the internet community at least, has seen it. This could be attributed to a certain extent to a theory called the two-step flow model, which, as I said, one person would see it and then pass it down to their circle, as I said before. But this normally only applies to television and audience theory for that platform in particular, but could be applied to this because of the recent shift we've seen, where the internet is now the easily most used and viewed media platform. I don't know, let me know if you think the same. I have a quote from TechCrunch here. They've got some great stuff. I'll put a link in the description to the site. Who say when content creators serve up a meme with an equation full of variables, people will remix the variables and share the product to their own networks. The audience becomes curious about what the source content was. This floods traffic back to the original or flagship version of the meme. They also go on to say that's why the original Disaster Music standalone version of the Harlem Shake meme, broken out from a disaster compilation, has over 10 million views, and the flagship Phil_on_nan version, which crystallized the formula, has over 8 million views. All the versions of the Harlem Shake meme popping up around the world build on these, and in return increase their popularity. TechCrunch say it's a symbiotic relationship. And I have to say I agree with TechCrunch on everything I said there. And it is true. If a parody exists, then more often than not a link to the original is provided, or a note made of it somewhere or other, or maybe the parody is already being watched because the viewer has seen the original, and that's how YouTube works, through word of mouth, through sharing, whether it's on YouTube itself or Facebook, Twitter, or on any social networking site really. That's just the way it is. But I also agree with Paul Omerod, an economist who wrote a post on the website City AM, and his post contained some great points, so thank you to him. He says the phenomenal success of the Harlem Shake is not due to its inherent qualities, but to the network structure of the internet. So what we just mentioned, things become popular because they are seen as already being popular. The actual qualities of the product are virtually irrelevant. The original song goes back to the 1980s and the Harlem Shuffle. A modern version by the American DJ and producer Bauer was released as a free digital download in May 2012 with relatively little impact, but it is now number 1 on the US Billboard Hot 100, so thank you to the success of the YouTube posting. So it was released, didn't do that well, and months later unexpectedly becomes a tremendous hit. The product itself remains the same, and it does get a bit repetitive after a while. But that's my personal opinion. Paul Omerod also goes on to continue, saying consumer markets in general are becoming more and more like this. The Harlem Shake is at one extreme of the spectrum, where quality and the attributes of the product count for nothing, and the connections between people are crucial. But the selections that others have made, and in particular whose selections you pay attention to, are increasingly the key to understanding what drives consumer behaviour. The qualities of the offer are no longer the main deterrent of success. And that's it. In regards to my thoughts on the Harlem Shake, I agree with all those points that I've mentioned. That's why I've included them. But you let me know. I'm sure there's another side to the story. Some people might think that the Harlem Shake is brilliant, the best thing that's ever happened, ever. But, you know, in my opinion, novelty's worn off. Much like most crazies that are on YouTube, there are very, very few, and I actually can't think of any right now, that continue to be funny. In fact, I never thought the Harlem Shake was funny, I just thought it was strange. But the novelty has certainly worn off, just like Gangnam Style did, although that's still amassing thousands, hundreds of thousands of hits a day. Certainly by far the biggest trend YouTube has ever seen in terms of a single video becoming popular and going viral. But the Harlem Shake is a bit different, of course, because it's such a vast amount of videos. I mean, at one point YouTube stated that there was about 4,000 videos being uploaded a day, and you know, there's just too many of them now. I think novelty will wear off and the trend should die down in the next few days or the next week or two, and the internet community will just wait for another trend that the YouTube community and the internet and the world as a whole will get involved with. Although I don't think we'll see anything like the Harlem Shake for a while. But that's it for this video. Thank you to the websites featured in this video for the great points. They sure help me out. I'll include them in the description. Be sure to check the previous video. The link is also in the description. If you're still unsure about what the Harlem Shake is, you must have been living under a rock. Go and watch that video. Hopefully got some more material on the way soon. If you like the video, like it, comment with your feedback. I'll take good and bad criticism and I won't take it personally. And subscribe if you like the video and want to see more. Thank you very much.